Aquaponics, man. Trials and tribulations of aquaponics. Come along with me. Watch me make mistakes. Watch me make success. Just watch me do aquaponics. Alright, guys. We are now at the step of I put water in it and checking for leaks and things like that. I'll turn you around so you can see too. Alright, that there was from that little culprit. Everything else seems to be functioning as is should. No drippy drippies. No drippy drippies. No water spillage or anything. Those little things worked a treat. That doesn't have any drippy drippies either. Looky in here. So now, and I added that little elbow there too. I was going to add it earlier. It's a thing. Anyhow, so the water comes out of there and flows into that, and then flows down there out of there. And then that's the raft system, and that's the gravel bed, but it's not flowing right now because it's not full. And I'll probably end up adding some more water, but I'm going to wait until that drains to find out what level I need to keep it at. But look, that's already fish tank water. It needs to float through the rest of the system so that it can be filtered and cleaned. So, we come up here. I have the Venturi off right now because I'm just letting water flow into this. But look at how much more water is in the tank now. I mean, it's almost 250 gallons of water, plus the 129 for that down there. This was only a 270-gallon tank, I believe. It doesn't say. But 270 gallons minus about, I don't know, less than an eighth of it. I'd say that's probably around 250 gallons, but now it's flowing through there. And all the way down on the bottom is where it's sucking it up. You can already see that it's starting to clear up the water a little bit. You can kind of see the fishes. Water's getting pumped in right there. There will be more bubbles when that is going, but this little culprit right here started springing a leak when it was under pressure. So I had to make that stop. And then I added little elbows and stuff over there because when these are under pressure, they squirt out like little squirt guns. And it doesn't make for a very happy, not splashy time. But everything seems to be working. I have not cleaned up a thing yet. There's stuff all over the floor still. But that seems to be a functioning, operating subtank. And I keep feeling like I'm seeing little stuff drip or fall down somewhere. But there's no evidence of anything happening. Oh, and I had to take that little culprit off too. It started dripping, and it just ticked me off, but I took some Teflon tape to it. All right, there are no drippies anywhere. So I guess this stuff's floating around. That darn fan is kicking some butt, that's for sure. Nope, look, it just started. All right, let's see if it initiates. I may or may not leave that little T on the end of it, but I have one on the other system, and it seems to work quite well. It helps break the siphon really, really, really good. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll come out of the top. Oh yeah, gurgle, gurgle. Not too terribly bad though. Yeah, that siphon's pretty darn good. So this will be a good test just to figure out exactly how full this is going to be. And I'll probably end up putting the thingy back on. I might add some more pipe to that too, because that's pretty far to drop for the water to fall. Probably just add some pipe just because, oh look, I have some pipe right here that I could add to it. I'm going to sit you down for a second. There we go. That's not as far of a fall, that's not splashing as much. It is definitely coming out though, isn't it? It's blurping out the top too. Not that I think that's really that big of a deal, but definitely is pooping out the water. It'll be less splashy when it's fuller, I think. We shall. It's trying to get me. Sure does make a lot of gurgly noises, huh? It just may end up getting another elbow for it instead of that key up there. But whatever. I don't have one right now. I have used all of them. I think maybe I could turn that RAS system up a little bit more. It really doesn't seem to have much water coming out. Not that it really needs a whole bunch. I swear there's stuff dripping. Oh, there is a drip. See? I knew I saw one. Watch for it. Drippy, drippy. All right. It's coming out of the pipe that's there. So I just have to tap that bad boy back in there. Alrighty. Here, I'll put you on a stand so you can watch me do it. I know how much you guys like watching people do stuff. There it is. Tappy, tappy. That did not fix it. That also did not fix it. Let's see if tightening it will rectify the problem. If I can tighten it. These bulkheads are always kind of a little weird. Sometimes they're really, really super good. Sometimes they're really, really super not. It kind of depends on how well you tighten them and getting them to flatten them out the right way. And I think just a smidge more on the tightening there, and hopefully we will have a tight bulkhead. Alrighty. I mean, it's really not under pressure or anything, so it shouldn't be struggling that much. But yeah, water seems to be doing its thingy on the inside there. I think I'm going to have to slow its flow a little bit because it's really coming out of there quite good. Let's try to make some adjustments, shall we? Let's go back up top here. I didn't hit my back on the thingy. That's awesome. Okay. Let's just open this up a smidge more, because it doesn't seem to be pooping out hardly anything. Not as much as the rest of them there. I don't think that guy changed too terribly much. Yeah, he still seems good. All right, let's see if that changed anything down here. Well, it sort of kind of, maybe. I don't know, it is still really coming out of there. All right, so it seems to have picked up a little bit. Now we just got to wait and see if that works again, and it stopped, so that's good. Which means it initiates the siphon and it stops the siphon, or does its thing. And I think it's still really going. I don't know. I'm going to have to try something to maybe just increase that flow a little bit more. Let's see, just a little bit more. I had this open the whole time last time, so. Well, let's just open it all the way up and see what happens. Let's try that. And it should be flowing. Oh, look, there's a little root here that wants to be part of the drain. I'll probably just end up moving one of those plants or something there. All right, stuff on the floor. All righty. So, oh, I did not fix the drip on the bulkhead. Dang it. Let's try to go a little more creative with it, shall we? I don't want to go too tight. That just might crack the bulkhead. And that would be no bueno. I'm still being very irritated. There's something there. I mean, if need be, I will always break out the caulking and caulk it. I don't even want a little itty bitty drip. Not even one. No drippy drippy, Mr. Bulkhead. If that drips again, I'm going to just drain it out a little bit and see what happens here. Oh. Well, I can't tell. Is it dripping? Not yet. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. We shall, we shall. Is this super exciting for you guys? I don't know. Let's start putting that back up there. See, even wiggling it didn't do nothing to it. Maybe no more drippy. That'd be awesome. Definitely no drippies anywhere else. Makes Patrick a very happy person. So, I didn't really pay attention to how full it got before, but I'm pretty sure I can add more water. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I'll bring you over here. Poop you up. Prop you up. Like that. And you can still kind of see everything. Alrighty. And I'll add the water. Alrighty. That's super exciting, I know. Alright. Well, I think this was a successful subtank installation plumbing refit thingamajig. And it could probably be another 20 minutes before this thing's ready to siphon again, so I won't bore you guys with it. But I will take you back out here. Wow! Oh, I almost got away with not hitting my back on it. Okay, it is the next day, and I have confirmed definitely no leaking now, even though there was some leaking. I'll show you how I resolved it, though. Boop. So that started leaking, and I don't know if you can really make it out or not, but there's a mess of Teflon tape on there now, and a whole bunch of zip ties, and no more leaky, because that's pressurized. In fact, this is all pressurized now, and I have my Venturi working, and the bubbles are going like crazy, and the fish are, I guess, a little bit happier now. And I did have the temperature finally come back up, which is probably why those guys are a little happier moving around now. But that was sitting at 68 degrees for the longest time, and all them little fishies down there were all the way at the bottom, not moving around, not doing a whole lot of anything. And they seem to be a little happier now that they have their bubbles back. And, you know, it's pumping water out. Down here, I haven't really altered anything other than the flow, which they're pretty much the same. I did, however, I guess I'll have to open this up so you can see in there. There we go. If you look down in there, I got that little black tube around it now. That is diverting the water down so that it just doesn't, you know, let all the gunk and stuff immediately flow into this other pipe there. So that seems to be working. Down inside, still fairly clean. Hasn't really had enough time to build anything up yet, but we shall see what happens in a while. I'll get that lid back on there. There we go. And that seems to be going pretty good. I finally figured out the level of the water. It comes right up to the gray line there. So that works pretty good. There is a little bit of sediment that is collecting down on the bottom of the subtank there, but not nearly as bad as it was, especially up in here. Oh, where all these plants are. I don't know which one's going to fall out if I move them. Okay. So, oh, it's a struggle. Oh, something's holding on. See, those aren't airlines. The roots just, they grab onto everything. But I guess you can't really see down in there, but there we go. There's just a little bit of rock from some of the little net pots and stuff, but all the detritus is pretty much gone now. It is all flown out of the system, which is how it's supposed to work. All right, I'm going to sit this down over here for half a second. See if I can get it on there. Oh, looks like I have lost my rock for the air bubbler. See if I can get that back in there. All right, one-handed even, sort of. Try to get that out of the way so the roots don't grab a hold on to it no more. And now the bubbles distribute a little bit better also. But, I mean, they really kind of go everywhere. Can't really feel any of the stream from this here little fan, but it's still going. It's just a little basic guy. This is collected a little bit there. But it moves the water pretty good. It really does. Just have to keep it from getting gunked up with stuff. Alrighty. I got another one down on that end over there too. It seems to be doing a little bit better. This guy, I think, really wants to come forward. At least me making assumptions, thinks it wants to come forward. And all of this lettuce seems to be growing a little stringy again. Some of them. But I don't appear to have any of those deficiencies. Look at that. I don't know what that plant is. It's like I think that's oregano, maybe? Or I think it's oregano. Anywho, I'm going to get some of these other little plants out of the water there. Some of these guys are just really growing funny. Very stringy and stuff. But those arugulas are doing really well. Nope. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but that subtank's draining right now. It's doing a pretty good job. Oh, I got a root. Go in the water. There we go. Everybody's sharing space now, I hope. Alrighty then. Got all those guys back up. All the rafts are doing pretty good. The baby plants are definitely coming alive. Guess I'm going to have to harvest this plant. I don't want it blocking out the light. Oh, see, there is a little deficiency on that leaf right there. That's probably from no light, but it could be from, you know, some of the nutrient deficiency and stuff also. But I'll be adding probably another quarter cup of some of that stuff down there. Ooh, look at these guys. Microgreens growing out of pea gravel. I don't know if you can really see those or not. That's growing out of soil. That whole thing right there is doing pretty all right. I am not having luck with anything else except for wheatgrass. And then a couple little stringy guys growing out of these ones down here. I don't know. I might have to try like the paper towel technique or something else. And I still have to move a couple of these here lights so that I can have a light down underneath here. And then I'll build like a bridge or something to go up there to have another light for that. But microgreens aren't doing all that great. But everything else seems to be really doing good. I mean, radishes are popping up everywhere. Hey, look, I labeled something. See those sticks popping out? That's the name of the radishes that I planted. The pea plant, I think I'm going to have to finally get a trellis going. Uh-oh, it's attacking the tomato plant. No, let's go. Try to keep him from attacking everybody. But I got all sorts of stuff going. Those are all radishes. Think that's radishes also. That is something else. I don't know. And I did plant some pea plants down in there. I think one of them is finally, two of them is breaking out. I don't know if you can really see in there. There's one, and there's two. They're just now breaking out, so I'll have peas climbing up this thingy. These lights seem to be covering a whole lot more, and they're just basic, 1,000 or 100 watt or 1,000 watt equivalent, and they shine pretty much over this whole area. And the garlic's taken off. I got all these scapes that I need to start eating, and they're actually really tasty. You put them in your, regular salads or soups or whatever, and they get really, really good, strong garlic flavor. But everything's doing pretty good over here. The cucumber plants finally really are coming alive. The tomatoes are getting a little taller finally because I think these lights are doing the job. And then everything over here is doing good. In fact, that mustard plant is totally going to seed. Look at that guy. It's got little tiny flowers on it. Oh. So, and broccoli and cauliflower back there in the corner, still not doing anything. I do finally have a kale plant. That one's doing pretty good. This basil is just taking off. Those are radishes. They're finally coming out. Everything did take a little bit of tweaking. Now that everything's under pressure, I've had to change the flow rate that comes out of these guys, which, I don't know, it's more like a squirt gun now. But I'm trying to not have a whole bunch of splashing. But, as long as the water's going in and coming out, it's working pretty good. I had to turn this guy down also. He's not really pooping out as much as he was before, but that's fine. As long as everything under here is working and draining the way it's supposed to, then everything works out pretty good. So now water comes from the subtank. The level does go down probably about 4 to 6 inches, which is what fills up that gravel bed. And then it drains back into it and comes right back up. Is that a snail? I think there's a snail in there. Yay! Nature's little filter cleaner guys are in the tank finally. Hopefully they're not going to overpopulate it, but that's good. So anyway, now I have everything working off of this one line. Goes into the fish tank, which also oxygenates the water because of the venturi. And all the fish love the bubbles. A whole lot more bubbles than the air pumps make, that's for sure. I mean, that one right there is kind of an air pump, but I don't know, could be doing a lot better. And then those two over there run off of the same one, and everything's completely happy. So that's pretty much it. I have had the diesel heater on for, well, pretty much all day today, trying to get that water to warm up a little bit, but I don't know. It seems to be working pretty good, guys. So that was the completion and the next day happiness that, yep, no leaks, no problems, no nothing like that. And I mean, I had to get creative, but you work with what you got, Teflon tape and zip ties, it can stop water leaks. Bet you didn't know that. You do now, though. Yeah, everything else is going pretty good, and life's going and working the way it's supposed to. I don't know if I'm going to put rafts down in that sub tank there, but I just might do it because I have extras. They're being used for light reflectors right now, but I just might put those down in there, and I don't know, I'll have to get another light or something if I want to try to grow something down there. So I probably won't worry about doing that anytime soon. But anyway, that's pretty much all of it, guys. So definitely, check back in periodically or subscribe and ring the bell, and please share this with other people. Aquaponics man out. See ya.